Have you ever looked at someone you once loved deeply and quietly asked yourself, what changed? Not with anger, not with drama, just with confusion. Because once this was the person you could not imagine your life without, the one whose messages made your entire day better, the one you stayed up late talking to, even when you had to wake up early. The one you thought would always feel the same, and now it feels different, not always toxic, not always broken, just different. So why does love change over time? Is it because people stop caring? Is it because the love was never real? Or is it something much more human than we want to admit? In the beginning, love feels intense, almost addictive. That is not just poetry, it is biology. When you first fall in love, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin. Dopamine creates pleasure and craving. It makes you think about that person constantly. It makes their attention feel rewarding. It makes their absence feel uncomfortable. That is why in the early stage, everything feels magical. Their flaws look cute. Their silence feels mysterious instead of worrying. Their bare minimum feels like effort. You are not seeing them clearly yet. You are seeing them through excitement. But here is the truth. Nobody prepares you, for the brain cannot stay in that intense state forever. It is not designed to. After a few months, the chemicals slowly calm down. The obsession softens, the urgency decreases. Your heart does not race the same way. And that is usually when people panic. They say it does not feel like before. They say maybe the spark is gone. They say maybe we are falling out of love. But what if nothing is wrong? What if love is not disappearing? What if it is simply changing its form? In the beginning, you fall in love with potential, with imagination, with the idea of who you both could become. Over time, you start seeing patterns instead of promises. You notice how they react under stress. You see how they handle conflict. You understand their emotional wounds, and they see yours. To fantasy requires no effort, reality does. When responsibilities grow, when stress increases, when life becomes busy, love is no longer just about feelings. It becomes about patience. It becomes about communication. It becomes about emotional maturity. And that is the stage where many relationships struggle, not because love disappeared, but because real life arrived. Another reason love changes is comfort. At the beginning, there is mystery. You are discovering each other. Every conversation feels new. Every touch feels electric. But as time passes, mystery turns into familiarity. You know their stories, you know their habits. You can predict their reactions. The fireworks slowly turn into warmth, and warmth is beautiful, but it is quieter. We live in a world that glorifies intensity. Movies show dramatic love. Social media shows constant passion. We are taught that love should always feel exciting, so when calm replaces chaos, we think something is missing. But healthy love often feels safe, and safety is not loud. It does not rush. It does not overwhelm. It stabilizes. Sometimes people leave peaceful love because they mistake it for boredom. They chase excitement, not realizing excitement was never meant to stay forever. Then there is growth. People change. The person you were 2 years ago is not the same person you are today. Your goals evolve, your mindset shifts, your standards rise. If two people grow together, love becomes deeper, stronger, more intentional. But if one person grows and the other remains emotionally stuck, distance slowly forms, not because of hatred, not because of betrayal, but because alignment fades. Alignment is what sustains long-term love, and when it weakens, Love feels different sometimes. Love changes because you are no longer the same person who fell for them. There is also attachment in the beginning. You love the person. Over time, you might start loving how they make you feel, the attention, the validation, the reassurance, the comfort of not being alone. So when those things reduce even slightly, it feels like love is fading. But maybe what is fading is constant reassurance. Maybe what hurts is not losing them, but losing how intensely they once chose you. That realization is painful, but it is honest. Love also changes when effort changes. Feelings naturally rise and fall. That is human, but effort is a decision. Long-term love survives because two people keep choosing each other, not only on exciting days but on ordinary days, on stressful days, on boring days. Love fades quietly when effort becomes one-sided, when communication stops, when resentment stays unspoken, when ego becomes louder than understanding. It does not end dramatically, it slowly becomes distant. So is it normal for love to change? Yes, love is not meant to stay in its first stage forever. It is meant to evolve. The real question is not why did it change. The real question is, did it mature or did it fade? Mature love feels steady. Respectful, intentional, safe. Faded love feels heavy, forced, emotionally draining. Both feel different from the beginning, but only one continues to grow. If your relationship feels different today, pause before assuming it is over. Ask yourself, are we evolving, or are we disconnecting because butterflies are temporary? But peace can last. Intensity is exciting, but security is powerful. And sometimes the strongest form of love is not the one that makes your heart race, it is the one that makes your heart feel safe. Love changes over time, not because it was fake, but because people are human. And human hearts are designed to grow, not to stay the same forever.